Hola, how are you all? Welcome. Good to speak to you. Right, so can you Adam and bloody Eve it? Right, just as I throw the video out this morning at 7 whatever time it was, this thing dumps. So yeah, we did not get this. This was not part of the trading plan this morning. I hope no one got involved because there was nothing to get involved with. Um, but where are we? Well, this is the bigger picture, right? The bigger picture. As I've been saying all week, there's not really anything to move the market significantly, right? We keep making these like preposterous moves down, and this just feels far more like continuation of a range in here, okay? As opposed to we're coming down to Beelzebub land. That is really just out of looking at price action, the way it's moving, the fact that it's not really moving. Yeah, we've had a decent push this morning, but I'm expecting most of this to get taken back today at some point. Um, there's nothing on the news that we need to worry about. The main move down today was just laser shorts. Laser shorts taking profits here. Didn't have a real increase. I mean, if you look at it, right, you didn't have a massive increase in short positions. So longs started coming out here. That created the short positions coming down. And then this little bump has been created by the fact that shorts have been closing out in profit. CBD goes up. So's open interest. So there's nothing that I'm looking at that's going. BTC is going to go to Poopsville, Arizona today. So we've come into our green box here. We have jumped before New York. You know, this doesn't. It never. I mean, this is obviously a decent. We're on the 5 minute, but this is a decent low. Have a nice little wick here. Yeah, if you want to get all skewy with it, you can count 5 waves here if you want to. And so, what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for some kind of 3-wave function back into the 618, and then you can go long. But it needs to be 3 waves, and this needs to come to like the 886. So if this just comes to the 618, so if this just does this, whoop, then this is some kind of 1-2 to the downside, right? And we are continuing down. Okay. However, if this comes up and gravitates to above the 786 and then rejects, I'm more inclined to think that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2 into here, and we're going to go up. So based on watching what's happening here, will determine how I trade. I have scalped this morning. I took a short in here. I took a short in here, and I have shorted the Nasdaq this morning as well. So those are my positions. I'm still short on BTC because I want to see how this plays out. Basically, my stop loss is here. If we come up above this high here, then I'm either looking for that correction or I'm looking for 5s. And I'll have a look at that when we get there. But at the moment, I mean, if we take a look at the let me bring it over. If we take a look at the book of maps, look at these. These are just little pockets of dollars. Yummy, 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 all the way down here. So there's absolutely wouldn't surprise me if we get a move up today. I'm just trying to make sure that I give people an opportunity to look at the non-bear case. All right. it is important that we judge both sides of the tape. However, I think that if NAS keeps pooing its pants, it'd be difficult to see Bitcoin move up at the moment. So we need to see NAS really, stabilize here. Maybe it comes down to the next value area low. Then we get something and then we start to come up. But again, there's no news to drive any major decision in the market. So you're going to have to really play it level to level. You're going to have to watch the structures, count your threes, count your fives, because there's nothing in the market at the moment telling me that it's going to go any which way. Obviously, we are still bearish generally. If this does this, it doesn't stop me being bearish, I'll short here. The fact is that we are still in, we haven't, until we cross this low here, this is all still wave 4. Okay? Unfortunately, and that's what the confirmation bias will give you. Do you know what? Sometimes I switch this on. I haven't done it for a while. Let's have a look. What's this saying? Distribution. So this would suggest that on the hour that we're going Dune. We're going Dune, lads! This would suggest that we're distributing at the moment, selling off accumulation to go higher, distribution to come lower. So yeah, so on the higher time frames, the hours, the H1s, and all that great stuff, we are still looking. So just remind yourselves when you listen to me that actually overall he's bearish. However, what he's looking at is how do I make $300 trading this? That's what I'm doing. So anyway, came to the green box. We've got a bounce. Let's see how this does. Maybe it just comes straight up. The other option is it comes up to the green scalp box, and what we get is that, and then we come down. Now, what would that? Woo, my lordy, good lord above! What would that be? Yeah. Hang on, chef. Oh my. Okay, all right. Obviously, I'm having a moment. It's too bloody hot, isn't it? That's a problem, Governor. It's too bloody hot. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, you see. Yeah. So definitely looking for a short here. Especially if we get this would be lovely. We come down here, we then get to the 0.886 or the 0.9, and then we get this, and you get a 1, you get a 2, and you're down again. So yeah, at the moment, it's as a good old mum would say, it's quite gemodifying, Adrian. It's quite gemodifying. So yeah, that's all you've got from me. Again, this morning did not. I mean, I just can't believe that happened. That we were talking about this little gap here, and then it went poop. Poop alarmy. All right, there you go. That is 8 minutes. Enjoy yourselves. Have a nice day. Again, no news. Watch out. This market is just hunting liquidity. Yeah, that's all it's doing. It's just hunting where the dollars are. This is a decent low. That's a poor high. Probability say at some point we take this out. The question is, do we do this first or do we just do that? And then this is decision time, the 618. Right, that's it. Lots of love. Taddy buys.